This Saturday there is a photo video show in Zagreb, and that is a great opportunity for me as someone that is trying to get into photography more serious to listen to some seminars and make connection to other photographers. There is as well one other aspect that I'm excited about, and that is trying out new gear. Now this is a one-day event and I will spend my whole day there because I'll get to try out other gear. I see that there will be a bunch of manufacturers like Sigma, Panasonic, Nikon, Leica, Fujifilm, and many others. And as someone that is interested in camera gear, that is awesome. Of course, I will take my camera with me to film some POV shots of the camera gear that I get my hands on, and hopefully weather will be better than it is here today, and I'll get to walk through Zagreb and maybe make some street photography as well. Good morning. We just had our breakfast and we're getting ready to go to the event now. It's 10 o'clock, so we started like a couple of minutes ago. The first seminar is, I think, at 11 o'clock, as I read correctly. We went outside for a walk yesterday. It got dark really quick, and the footage on my DJI Action 3 is bad because I forgot to put it on. I forgot to turn off the Rocksteady Plus. So as I was walking, everything is just blurry because the camera tried to stabilize everything, so it's not really usable. I'll just show you the shots that I got. They're not the best shots that I could get, but I forgot to mention as well the gear I got. I have with me, of course, my Sony a7 III with Sigma 28-70 f2.8. Got my tablet, microphone as well, and this is the neck strap for my action camera because I carry it like that. So it's almost time to go, and I'll see you down there. Alright, welcome to the voiceover part of this video. I did have my microphone on me, but it was too noisy there in the showroom. After I walked in, I did go around to check where everything was. I just started going from one vendor to the other, and the first one was Panasonic, or the Lumix. I was really interested in their cameras, especially the Lumix S5 II and X, and some of their lenses, and I just started playing with the Lumix S9 that he had there. I think that's a really good pocketable travel-oriented camera. It's full frame, especially with this 18 to 40 millimeter lens. There are a lot of things said about the cameras because the guy that was talking about, he had a seminar as well, so he was talking about the features of the camera. And now I am a Peak Design booth because I'm interested in a bag, especially in like a one strap messenger bag to carry my camera plus one lens and maybe an iPad or a MacBook. I do use the Peak Design gear accessories. I have the light strap on me all the time, and a Peak Design cuff, and I don't know what it's called, but the clip that goes on the backpack strap, which is really handy to have your hands free when walking around with the camera when you know that you do not need it. The guy there, I think his name is Joey. He's really cool. He showed me some other gear that he has there, like some phone cases, phone stands, other cuffs for or hand grips for cameras. I did talk to him for 5 or 10 minutes. Really cool guy. I'm interested in Nikon as well. This camera that I'm holding in my hands right now is the Nikon ZF. I'm not really interested in that camera. It's more old school. It's designed really like old school film cameras, like Fujifilm does on their cameras. But I was more interested in this Nikon Z6. I think this was the Z6 III. It's really cool that it has this top screen, and I did get to try it out a couple of days ago. My friend bought it, and it's a really decent camera. I'm probably going to buy it. Lens collection is not that bad, but this camera here, I don't know, the autofocus was weird. It was really my first time holding the camera, so I don't know where the buttons are, and I was fiddling with it for 5 minutes, but the other guys at the booth were busy with other people, so I didn't want to ask for any help, so I just went to the other booth, which was the Sigma booth. I really love Sigma lenses. I did ask them about some lenses, if they had some that I could try, and they did give me their 20-45 first, the f1.8, which is a really good lens. It's really big, really heavy, but that's a lot of glass, so it's going to be heavy, but it is heavy duty, especially if you're a wedding photographer. It's going to come really handy to get that portrait shots with that bokeh. Autofocus was good. I did try everything that I got my hands on my girlfriend. And I think this next lens was the 85mm f1.4. I usually use 28-70, and it seems that I'm always shooting at the far end of my zoom lens. So the 85 1.4 is a lens that I'm looking at because I really like shooting portraits, and the 85 f1.4 bokeh and the way the pictures looks are really good. The next lens that I wanted to try was the 28-105, which is, in my opinion, one of the best lenses to have. It has a little bit of the wider range and the longer range. Yes, it's f2.8, but that's enough if you're shooting events, if you are a wedding photographer as well, and you only have one camera. This is a great option because you don't need to switch your lenses that much. f2.8 is enough for that portrait separation of your subjects and the background, but in low light is still good because it's not f4 as usually some other lenses have. Again, they did give it to me for 10 minutes, 15, to go outside and shoot some street photography and of course portraits of my girlfriend. As you can see, autofocus is great. I am using the Sony camera and their autofocus is really good, but the lens itself, it's long, it's big, it's heavy, but f2.8 and 28-105, it's a big range. So of course it's going to be big, it's going to be heavy, but it's going to get the job done for anything that you need. Now, I went to the Canon booth. I never really held a Canon camera in my hand, and I think this is the Canon R6 Mark II. People there were really cool. They did give me some of their lenses to try in front of them. Of course, they didn't want to give me their camera to go outside, so it was cool enough for me to just get my hands on it, to try it out, see the autofocus and everything. I did try out their 24-70, and they gave me their 16-35 because, again, for event photography, it's really good to have a little bit wider zoom range than 28-70, because sometimes you do go into some tighter spaces where 28 is not enough. So 16-35, it's a pretty good zoom range. And lastly, they gave me the 85 f1.2. As you can see, this is a chunky boy. Autofocus, I would say, was a little bit weird on this. I don't know if I messed up the settings. I didn't like the grip that much on the Canon. It felt a little bit weirder. And after Canon, I did go back to the Panasonic booth, and after 5 minutes of back and forth with people there, they did let me try out their Lumix S5 II and two lenses of my choice, which was 35mm f1.8 and 24-70 f2.8. And just to let you know, I really did like the Lumix camera. Autofocus was good. I know the S5, the normal S5 autofocus was contrast detect or something like that, so it was really slow. Now it's on par with the Sony and Nikon and other camera brands, and I really like this combination of the 35mm. It's really lightweight. I can carry it around for a long time. The colors did look really good. The screen was okay, way better than what I'm used to on my Sony a7 III, and I was really happy with the autofocus. When I noticed these bicycles coming, I did snap a good photo here, and I did really like the feel of this camera in my hands. Now this 24-70 lens is on the more on the premium side. It was actually a little bit heavier than the other lenses that they have. Now the Panasonic, I really love that most of their lenses have the same filter thread of 67, so you can use one lens filter set on every lens. And after playing with the S5 II for another 10 minutes, I had enough. I really didn't want to bother people because this was already end of the show. But all in all, I did have a lot of fun, and I was really happy and glad to try out some of the gear that was at the photo video show there. And as well, if any of the people there came to this video and are watching, I really want to say thank you to the Sigma booth. I don't know your names, but Sigma Adria, I presume, on Instagram. Thank you for letting me try out some of your gear. I want to say thank you to Ana Maria and Luca from the Panasonic Lumix booth, and Joey from Big Design for having a nice conversation with me. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little vlog video of me going on a trip and this photo video show. So that's it from this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you and take care.